really thinking about the intentionality of why we're doing what we're doing. So I encourage clinics and why are you sitting here today? What is your intentions, and how do you go about it in a good way? And give it to someone that matters. Yeah. Or maybe you could speak to a time when you have felt warmly received in a clinic setting, or you saw a physician who said, how did it make you feel? So like I mentioned, my first rotation was out in Devil's Lake, and there is a native physician there, and as well as my main preceptor who took me under her wing and kind of showed me what is epic and how do you see a patient. And she knew this was my very first time. I didn't have too much preclinical or clinical experience before coming to med school. And so she really just sat me down the first day and kind of gave me a run through of just the general basics of medicine. And I thought that was so helpful just for going forward. Because if she had not done that, I could have been months into my rotation and still not been able to take a history. And then later on in the rotation, they gave me a little field trip day, and I got to go around the hospital and see the different specialties. And the radiologist there, he grew up on the Spirit Lake Refuge Reservation, so he took me out there, and there's a clinic out there, and I got to meet all the physicians and patients out there. So I think that was just a really great experience of, welcome to our clinic, this is how it goes, this is who the people we serve, and what's going on. So that was really awesome.
So out on Minot campus, we have a couple of great faculty. One is right here in the room, Dr. Ellerson. She's definitely in the faculty Africa Medicine Center. I would say we're pretty welcoming, and we're willing to teach us, which is really big because we work with residents, and they really try to, I would say, kind of treat you as a resident, which is nice, ask you questions, and really get you thinking. And that's kind of one thing that I really like that a lot of these sectors do when, you're trying to, I think people say listen, but I think it really shows you how much they care when somebody does that. I've had preceptors who maybe have not even asked me a question before, and I'm just kind of in the room, and that's not very welcoming. So when somebody takes the time to teach you, I think that is pretty great. I know at the medicine center and a couple of preceptors have done that, and that's very welcoming.
I'm having a hard time thinking of a lot of things, but one of the things is just general respect for people. There's a zillion different ways that people introduce themselves that I've heard themselves say, Makani said it this way, people say it this way. Some Dakota say, Ryan, happy to see you, happy to be here. Or they say, Chante, watch the page, you should go, I should you with a warm heartfelt handshake. I'm really happy to see you, I'm happy to be here. Just making true introductions with people and acknowledging people. One of my little things to really make friends with patients is ask somebody where they're from and say, oh, I heard it's beautiful there. I have no idea where absolutely no idea. I think everywhere is beautiful. There's one thing beautiful everywhere. And they say, yeah, it kind of is. Or you haven't been there. It's one good way to get in with people and make friends and just acknowledge somebody like, oh, you're from this place. Okay, I acknowledge the people there. I respect you, care about you, I see you as a person. This is something you represent. I'm happy for you. But just do your best to acknowledge people as who they are and good intentions every time you coming in to meet a preceptor. I might not be the smartest person. Some people make it really evident that you're not the smartest person. But as long as they're nice, that's okay. Just have formed good relationships with people with good intent and acknowledging them is really helpful.
And if you would have anything to add, feel free to think of it, and we will open it up for any audience questions.
First of all, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here today. Super appreciate it. Can you share with us your, maybe it's secret, but can you share maybe some of your future plans or where you'd like to end up, or just interested, would love to hear where you are thinking, if you can share that.
So the question is, can these wonderful med students share their future goals, and I guess that can be career, or just where you want to end up, somewhere beautiful, or
So I plan to go into family medicine, go back and work in Oklahoma is a dream. Maybe one day open a clinic for my tribe, and that's kind of the line futures are. I really love working with babies as well. I would love to be an OB, but I also love kids in general, so that's nice as well.
Same. I love families and love our communities. Being home welcome, for sure going to be working at some IHS somewhere for see how that goes. But in different communities, whether trying to take some control or not, be there and do my best to be a community member as best I can. Really appreciate public health. Was up in the air, engaged in that organization. Really helping with the leadership side of running facilities. But now I'm kind of got to get to the residency. Yeah, for sure.
Like I said earlier, I want to pull out babies and do OBs, so that's kind of the path I'm on. For residency, I think I'm going to apply just broadly across the U.S. Who will take me where I end up. My family's in Washington State, so I'd love to be near them, but I also know that I love New Mexico. I really love New Mexico, and I know there's so many underserved areas there that I'd love to work at. But just kind of at the moment go with the flow, which I think we kind of have to be at this point of the game. But like Waylon mentioned, almost all of us did the MPH. Us three were really, we signed up for it and we read them, and we signed up for it and kind of chickened out at the last minute. But I think it's important for all of us. Obviously, that public health has such a huge impact, and so working closely with the Indigenous MPH layer is on the agenda.
And I didn't tell them to say that. Any other audience questions? Oh yeah.
Waylon mentioned a little bit about the history that they taught. Is the training in medical school focused on the human body, or do they focus on like the social awareness part of it, or is that just sort of like you have to learn that as you go? Meaning, is there curriculum based to say, hey, we have indigenous people, this is how we should, treat them. We have African Americans, we have Latinos. Is there any of that, or is it learn as you go?
So I'm on our school's diversity, equity, inclusion committee, and there's like a lot of big, cool changes, things that they're working on. But I think right now, 2 to 3 sectors are starting to work on historical medicine class, talk about some of the disparities, talk about some of the bad things that happened. And medical school is really crazy. It's like you go 8 hours of class a day, and that night you have to be an expert at that stuff. You just have to know it. Nobody's ever going to talk about it. Nobody's ever going to teach you it. You just have to master that. It's very fast paced. So a lot of the things that they do to talk about these types of things, get this information incorporated or really have interactive good situations that you talk through it, and that's kind of where a lot of that learning comes from. But there's a lot of work to talk about those different things, incorporate those things. We're working on a DEI elective right now with some of the older students. Hopefully they get a spot where we get some more kids to get out in the IHS community. We're now really working on that class right now. We'll see how those things go out. There's a lot of room for improvement in a lot of things in every area, from basic organic chemistry courses to,
Yeah, just some of the things that are happening currently. So we still get the lectures from Dr. Warren. Did you guys get the lectures? So there's still recorded lectures that Dr. Warren gave us live, just about, what